Seth, the Pistons did something right.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
maybe
that remains to be seen.
they fired Monty
So,
Williams.
yes,
This
it did.
was a bit of a shock.
I'd say so.
Well, the thing that was shocking was like there was that report. I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago at this point. I don't know if we talked about it on the show or if I talked about it on the show where it's like it was a report that they were going to keep Monty Williams. Like this was like they were going to run it back at least for another year or however long. And then, I don't even remember when this news drop came. It was June 19th, so middle of the week. And they're just like, you know what? Monty, dead. Kill him.
See ya.
And
goodbye.
Like, I got to say, I wish that I had Tom Gore's money. Like,
Me too.
is like, you know what?
Yep.
$65 million. Go coach for somebody else. I will give you $65 million. It was a shock, but
it really was.
It was probably the right move. And I say probably because it's not often that you encounter a coach who coaches a team to their worst record in franchise history after just signing a massive deal with the team, being the highest paid head coach in the league.
Yep.
So it was a little unprecedented.
Oh, it was unprecedented, but what I'm confused about as well is the whole timing aspect. Because if you remember, Mike, the Pistons went on, what was it, a 29-game losing streak? So what I'm confused about...
Nobody beats the Pistons 29 times in a row. Nobody.
Okay, so it's 28.
Yeah. Second longest in the NBA.
29. So if they... I don't know if this was a factor in this, this previous week firing Monty Williams. I'm just confused if they already had... I'm sure they had their ideas to do this.
Right.
But maybe they just really wanted to just see how low they could go. Maybe they wanted to get the worst record. Because personally, my thought process is, after 28 games of losing, why don't you fire him then?
Right.
It's essentially all the same now.
That's my problem with stuff like that. It's the same thing with when they fire Troy. It's like, well, why'd you let him run another trade deadline? Why'd you let him
why run
the
games
rest
after
of the
that?
year and deal with it? Like, it just seems like Tom Gores is consistently absent-minded, and the fact that we just this past Friday got a press conference for our new president of basketball ops. By the way, the draft being set to 2 days from now. It's on Thursday. So there's layers to why. I'm happy they fired him, but guys, you're going to go into a draft, which, to be fair, is supposed to be a bad draft class, but you don't have a coach.
Correct.
The head coach is at least as important in the draft process as the general manager.
I'd say even more so important for the players in some aspect.
If the coach is because now you're basically hiring your coach based around who you took. There was no interaction with another human being, with another who's going to be involved in their development. So now, I didn't like that you took that guy, so I don't care if you like me. I'm not going to take your job. I would have preferred Alexander Sarr, who apparently didn't want to play for the Hawks, and do you blame him?
There you go.
Does anyone know who Alexander Sarr is? If Alexander Sarr, I'm not. I forgot. I was gonna put something in this week's show notes for the draft, but I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about the draft. I don't care who the Pistons take. If they take Dalton Connect, I'll be happy. That's where I'm at, and I don't even know if that's gonna be good. I think it might just be Luke Kennard.
He'd probably just be a big man version of Luke Kennard.
Yeah, I mean,
he'd grab rebounds and play defense.
Not even to get into that, because
but I understand your point.
Yeah. It's like
it's interesting, an interesting decision. That's how I phrase it.
Because right now we're looking at a couple of guys that are the favorites. It looks like James Borrego, former coach of the Charlotte Hornets. And he seems to be a front runner. I don't know. I mean, I'd say the 2018 to 2022 version of the Hornets was, and this may sound weird, probably one of the better eras in Hornets history. They made the play-in. that one time.
That one time.
LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges and that cocaine guy who calls their games.
That's it.
But I don't know if he's going to be the right fit. There's a few other guys that were on the table, according to Wojnarowski. Dallas assistant Sean Sweeney, Minnesota assistant Micah Nori, and JB Bickerstaff, former Cleveland coach. Who I want to say was when he just got fired, right?
Correct. He just got fired, which was another interesting thing in my opinion. But
yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess in their mind, he kind of gotten them as far as they could, but I don't know. I mean, you were going up against maybe one of the best teams ever, maybe in this past Celtics team. But
yeah,
I look at that list, and I mean, here's the thing: it's like let's say they're interviewing guys starting from like last Friday. Well, if you want to have your coach by the time of the draft, I would have to expect a hiring announcement by tomorrow morning. And then what? Like a press conference that day? Like all while you're like running down, hey, by the way, this is what we're going to do in the draft. Like, one of the most important parts of the offseason. We're just going to bring you on immediately. Hope you're ready. I don't even know if I don't even know who's going to be on the team. Like,
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, just the way you just phrased it.
Coaches, right?
They can't. Yep. I think it's just a classic Pistons move, personally. I think we've all gotten used to it. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think
even funnier.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you. You can finish your thought after. But they announced this press conference for Trajan Langdon, who I was not yet convinced was a real person until they brought him out.
Right.
And how, I mean, Seth, you're still a student. I'm a working man. I go to work every day.
Absolutely.
What is like a reasonable, if you happen to be late for something, right? Like, what's like a reasonable amount of time to be late for something?
I'd say probably within 5 minutes.
Yeah, like 5-10 minutes most.
10.
Like,
10
there was unexpected traffic.
Sure.
I spilt my breakfast. A guy
My
in
dog
a
ate my
wheelchair
homework.
was telling me about donating to the vets. Wasn't even sure if he was a real vet. He started saying things that didn't make sense. Reasonable things that happen on a day-to-day basis on your way to work or school.
Yes.
The Pistons were an hour late to their own press conference.
Oh.
They called the press conference.
Yep.
They said, be here at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. People getting ready for the weekend.
Sure.
On a Friday.
Yep.
Oopsie daisy, we're here at like 4:45. Sorry, everybody. And then on top of that, they're like shuffling through their notes. They're like, I don't hold on, do you talk first? It's like, what is this like? Are we getting punked? Like, is this introducing
classic
your
Detroit Pistons? Continue.
Maybe we should just get I don't know.
Essentially, this has just turned into just let's crap on the Pistons every single
a little
show.
bit. I mean, it's like Here's the thing, because a lot of people, and I'm not gonna totally write off Trajan Langdon because it's not. I mean, it's everything is not his fault, but it is his problem. So if he can't solve it, then I'm gonna yell at him. Like I yelled at Troy Weaver. Like I've yelled at other GMs and coaches around the topics we've talked about over the year, I guess we've been doing the show.
Pretty much.
But why should I have any confidence? What is?
Well, I mean, I think this is like the same thing with Monty Williams last year. I seem to recall there was some excitement around this, and then 14-68 or whatever the record was. So it's I don't know. I think it's I think it's natural to have hope because it's new, but then you realize, it's still the Pistons. How are we going to screw this up?
Right. That's sort of where I'm at. It's I know that I was running through what will be my best case scenario for what their lineup could look like next year.
Yep.
And I was looking at this, this will not happen. Like,
No.
like it just won't because it's too good. It was like my ideal dream, and watch it actually happen. That'd be kind of funny.
That'd
Was
be
like
hilarious.
we get Brandon Ingram, we get OG Anunoby. So you have OG, Brandon Ingram, Cade, Duran, and Dalton Connect. That would be my dream starting five of 2024, 2025. And I know for a fact, not a single one of those things is going to happen.
Correct.
Like, they're not going to be able to get Connect. I don't know how they're not going to be able to get him, but they won't.
Yep.
And they're I don't
You know what they might do?
I don't even know if they have the caps. I don't even know if they have the money or the resources to go get OG Anunoby. And
might.
why would OG want to come here anyway? He was just
That's
on
what
a
I'm
team
thinking.
that was,
Yep.
you know, just they were in the conference finals or they were shy of the conference They were shy of the conference finals.
They were,
Like,
yeah. They got bounced by the Pacers.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Like OG's not coming, but he is like, it's like that would be a move if they managed to do stuff like that. That would be a move to where I could take them seriously. I could say,
Yep.
you know what, even looking at that, sorry, that's not a great team by any means. I would say, but it's a team that you're like, well,
Yeah.
we should at least play our starters against these guys. We can't be like the Utah Jazz
That's-
last year who had a team of G Leaguers come in and beat us.
Like,
But it's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
don't know.
happen. And
it won't, but we can have hope. It's okay.
I don't think we can. I just that's sort of where I'm at. And
Yeah.
I hate to have that level of commentary for a team that I do care about, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not giving me any reason to care about them. And it doesn't help that the draft lottery is what it is. I've kind of gone back and forth. It's like, if we would have won the past 2 draft lotteries, which whether or not you think we deserve to win it or not, whatever. Let's just say we did win the past 2, and the
Yep.
picks remain the same. So we would have Cade, Victor, Paolo, like those 3 picks in a row. I like to think we'd be a play-in team, but actually I don't really know. Like that's how bad the supporting cast is for one. Like, and further, I don't know that I trust any of our development, and it especially doesn't bode well when, oh yeah, we don't have a coach to lead.
Well, you raise a good point. Yep. So
it's not good. It's not
I
good.
don't know. It's
I'm not a fan of this, and I'm scared.
It's not.
But well, scared is not the right word. I'm just nothing. I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. I'm not.
It's just
I
no
don't
emotion.
feel for this team.
Nope.
All it does, it's like they just do something and I just laugh.
Yep, you're just here.
Yeah, basically I'm here so
We're
I don't
along
get
for the
fined.
ride.
Shout out
Yep.
Marshawn. Hi, it's me again. If you enjoyed what you just saw, hit the like and subscribe button. We do live shows every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there.